Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm on my way to work. It's Monday morning and I figured I would pop on here and just say hello while I'm driving. I have you mounted, so this is not dangerous whatsoever. I'm just having a conversation. But I am in tow with breakfast, which is the Optavia barbecue crunchers. I'm in the mood for barbecue crunchers this morning. I don't know why, but I am, and that's what's so great about this plan. You can kind of use whatever fueling you want at whatever time. It's nothing specific. So anyway, yesterday went to Great Adventure with the fam and had a ball. We literally closed the park down. We were there when the park closed and we were still there, and it was so much fun. What a great time. If you guys live near a Six Flags, they're having Fright Fest going on right now, which is where they have all the zombies and the Halloween and fall vibe. So awesome. Loved it, and we just had such a great time. So my intention was to vlog there, but honestly I videoed a little bit, but just got so captivated with spending time with my family that vlog went down the tubes. And I've been getting some questions about a lot of things, so I figured I would answer them. They're not all Optavia related, they're just a combination of everything. So anyway, yeah, figured I would make this little video. One of the questions I've been getting is in regards to my fitness competition, because if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I decided to do a fitness competition way back when I started doing my heavy weightlifting, and that's still part of my plan. But when I was weightlifting really heavy, what I was doing was building really good muscle, but I wasn't losing so much body fat. So now that my body fat is down, I plan on building the muscle again. And what I've noticed is I really do have a really good foundation. I'm sure some of my muscle that I was building at that time has been lost, because when you don't keep up with it every day, you do lose that muscle mass. So but your body has amazing muscle memory, and it seems to be that, because when I flex like my legs or my arms, I can still see that foundation is there, although I'm not as strong as I was, let's say, about a year ago. So my plan is to definitely do that, and hopefully within the year, fingers crossed, be able to do that and participate in a competition. Some people have been asking, like, what kind of competition and things like that. Obviously at 49 years old, and probably be at 50 when I compete, the bikini thing, I don't know if that's even an option. Like, you have to be so super lean and so ripped up to even compete in something like that. Honestly don't know, but I do know because I've been looking, to see what kind of competitions are around, and they do have programs or competitions for people like in my age group, 50 and older. They call it physique. So while you're obviously in a bikini, you're not bikini competing, if that makes sense. It's two different things. The ones I've been looking at is, you're not in these high stripper heels. You're pretty much, I think, either barefoot, or I do believe there are some that you can wear like a cross training shoe. You are in a bikini, but you're morally just showing your physique rather than doing like a bikini model fitness competition. Does that make sense, guys? I hope so. So that's what I think I want to try to do. I want to try to, now that the body fat is down, like I said, I want to increase my muscle mass, but I'm going to do that in another couple of weeks. I'm going to start that because I still want to hit my 40 pounds, and then I'm going to slowly transition off of the Optavia food, get back into the real nitty-gritty of training and things like that. So I think I'll have a really good opportunity to actually do this now that I've lost all this weight and my body fat is down. So that's the plan for that. I mean, I wanted to lose weight. I just started this because I was vitamin deficient from being on keto for so long. So it wasn't really that I sought this out to lose 40 pounds. It just, you know, losing weight is part of the plan. And so with doing that, you know, when I hit 25 pounds, it was wonderful. When I hit 30 pounds, it was even better. 35 was like, oh my God, how am I losing all this weight? By eating. And I'm really comfortable with how I look right now. I mean, honestly, I could lose another 10, but I think right now I'm just so comfortable. I mean, I'm in a size 4, an extra small. I mean, how much smaller can I get? And you know, I'm not in my 20s, 30s, or even, you know, like I'm not in that anymore. I'm older. So my body is not going to look like I was in my 20s, and I don't expect it to. And believe me, it's not that. I want to give myself a little bit of leeway. So that's why I'm shooting for 40 pounds, because I want to have a 5-pound leeway, because I know that when I transition in things, my goal is to maintain. But when I start working out, heavy training, things like that again, there's an expectation that I will be putting on some weight, because I will be gaining muscle. And I don't want that to play with my head, because I would normally have that happen. So I'm giving myself a leeway, and this way, if I do gain 5 pounds of muscle, which will take a while, you don't gain 5 pounds of muscle in a few days, at least I'm hoping that it won't play with my head, because as much as I am a certified health coach for this plan and a nurse and things like that, I'm still Lori, and Lori is one of those people that can let things get to her head, my head, and yet I can coach others and explain to them what they're experiencing is normal and things like that. But it's hard to take that advice for myself for some strange reason. So I am giving myself a little bit of leeway, and that's why I'm shooting for 40 pounds. So if that makes things clear, I hope it does. And I hope it doesn't sound ridiculous, but that's just what I want to do. And my response to that is pretty simple and basic. I really don't seek out a lot of recipes and hacks and things like that for lean and greens. So what I normally do is I choose a protein and the correct amount. I choose my vegetable in the correct amount, my good fats in the correct amount, my condiments, my snacks, all those things, and I just eat it. I don't go crazy with hacks, because I just like to eat plain and simple. And I feel that when I transition and come off of this program, I'm not going to have all these options anymore. I'm not going to have my packaged food to rely upon. I have to rely upon myself to cook. And so with that being said, I want to keep the mindset of using, you know, going to the supermarket and buying some fish or some ground turkey or chicken or beef or pork or whatever, and eating that, or eating some veggies and things like that. Like, I don't want to hack up my food. I want to eat as close to the natural source as I possibly can, especially when we come off of Optavia. So that's why I don't do that. I think it would be pretty boring if I showed you all my meals all the time, having just a chicken breast and vegetables, you know, sauteed in some coconut oil, or, you know, a breakfast burrito for dinner with eggs and avocado and mushrooms and spinach and feta cheese and things. Like, I think that stuff would be boring. But I mean, if you truly want to see those things, I would be more than happy to make you a video of different lean and greens that I eat, even though I do have a few on here on my channel. Another good question that I get a lot is in regards to alcohol, because as you all know, I love to have a vodka every now and then, and I haven't had any since starting this plan. A lot of clients say, you know, a vodka doesn't have, you know, carbs, can I have it? But here's the thing, guys, with alcohol, even like a vodka that doesn't have carbohydrates, when your body processes it through the liver, it turns part of it into glucose. It just does. So it doesn't matter if you're not eating or drinking something that doesn't contain carbohydrates. Your body will make sugar and carbs out of it regardless. So I stayed away from all alcohol. I still am alcohol free while doing this plan. Even before this, I didn't drink during the week or anything. I'm just talking about maybe on a weekend, you know, going out for a cocktail with my husband, or, you know, something like that. I was never a big drinker. I'm not a big drinker, but some clients enjoy drinking on the weekends, and they ask me about that quite often. This thing is like bobbing around. So that's my response. I wouldn't have any alcohol on plan. There's time enough for that. When you're on plan, the goal is weight loss, get healthy, weight loss. We want you in fat burning mode. And when you start deviating and drinking and eating things that aren't on plan, you're not following the plan, right? We want to follow the plan. You're spending money. You're spending time and effort and being disciplined and committed. Why destroy that? The whole point of this is to get to a certain goal. So with alcohol, even though it's fun and things like that, just keep in mind there's a time and a place. When you transition out of this, you can incorporate your alcohol back in, and you will know how much, how often, things like that. So while this may seem a little restrictive, it is. While you're in the fat burning process, you are not having fruit. You're not having alcohol. You can have, you know, nuts and good fats and yogurt and cottage cheese, and, you know, there's so many things you can have, but the fruit we keep away because it's loaded with sugar, and the goal is fat loss. And so it is a calorie counting meal plan per se. You're within a certain calorie range, and it is a calorie deficit. I mean, truth be told, that's the only way to lose weight, guys, is if your calories are lower than what you're expending, period. Calories in versus calories out, end of the day, that's what matters. And a calorie is not a calorie all around. A calorie is not an equal calorie. So you got to remember that. And when you're eating a lot of fruit during the day, even though fruit is healthy, you really don't need a lot of it because it's sugar. So your body doesn't recognize an apple any different than it does a cupcake. All it knows is when it breaks it down, it's sugar. So keep that in mind. And that goes the same with the alcohol. You know, when you have a beer, your body knows it as sugar. When you have a glass of wine, sugar. When you have a cupcake, sugar. Cookie, cupcake, any of that, it's sugar. So that's why we keep our meal plans pretty much protein dominant, and we have good carbs through veggies and good carbs through through veggies pretty much, and nuts and things like that. So that's that question answered. I really haven't done much exercise throughout this whole process. I walk a lot. I do. I have 2 dogs that I take out a couple times a day. I enjoy doing that. It's not a chore for me. I love walking my dogs. And if you guys out there have the desire to walk, but you just don't like walking yourself and things, go adopt and rescue a dog. There's so many dogs that need homes, and they all love to walk. And it's a walking buddy. I'm not even joking. You know, there's times like I'll say to Jess, you know, hey, let's go for a walk, and he's tired or whatever because he's on his feet all day too. I just take the dogs. They will go for a walk anytime, day or night, doesn't matter, and it's such great companionship. So think about adopting a dog. That's just my plug. But I've done a lot of walking, and I mean, maybe have been in the gym lifting weights a couple of times, maybe. predominantly I've been doing the low, slow, and steady cardio. So walking, maybe on the occasion I do the elliptical. We really haven't been hiking that much this season because it's just been so darn hot. And so we've just been doing a lot of other things, swimming, you know, things like that. That's it. You know, I get a lot of people asking me, what kind of weight training have you been doing and things like that. I really haven't been. So, so you don't really need to exercise a whole ton. What I'm learning is it's like 98% diet and like 2% training. You know, you can't out-train a bad diet. If you're at the gym every day and you're taking Zumba and you're doing all these things and your body is not losing fat, it's because you're not eating right. I also find that to be true when I look back when I was really fundamental keto and working out. My calories were just way too high. Number one, each keto meal that I was eating was several hundred calories at a clip. I know I wasn't using all of those calories at one time. You know, right now I eat about 110 to 120 calories at a clip. And I know, and that's every couple of hours. So I know I'm eating and burning it off before I eat again. So my body's not storing anything. That's key number one. You don't want a meal to be stored. You don't want to have too much. It's like, I use this analogy. It's like if you went to the gas station and filled up your tank with gas, right? You filled it up. But what happens if you let it go and just kept filling it and filling it and filling it and filling it? The gas is going to spill out the side of your car and it's not even going to be used. And that's what happens. If we eat too much, too many calories, our body is it's just going to be like that car being spilled over. And the spillage is going to be stored as fat. You can't eat too many calories. You have to eat small. This is what I've learned. You have to eat small so that you use what you're eating, right? And then you eat again. And then you use what you're eating. And then you eat again. And then you use. So you're literally at a constant fat burning state all day long. Cross the road, lady. You know, I'm not preaching here, so I'm not saying that this works for everybody. But the majority of people that need to lose weight do so well on this type of eating because it works. It does, guys. I would love to say it doesn't work, and I would love to tell people that, you know, eating one meal a day is the best way, and maybe for them it is. You know, we're all different. This is what's worked for me. I can only speak for myself. So please don't take that to heart. I'm trying to parallel park here. Don't take that to heart and say, oh, well, I eat one meal a day and you're eating packaged food and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear that stuff. I'm speaking for myself and what I've learned. And that's what I've learned. And especially being a woman with hormones and, you know, premenopausal or perimenopausal. Hold on, I'm trying to park. I've just found this to work the best for me. I have, and I think that this will be something that I can live with for the rest of my life. I do drink a lot of water. This has been my favorite water lately. It's because it's got a 7.4 pH balance. So a lot of bottled water that you buy in the store is acidic, on the acidic side, and that causes inflammation. And hold on, this thing has so much condensation on it, it's like getting me wet. But I found this one day when I was at the grocery store, believe it or not, and I read the bottle and it says 7.4 pH, perfectly balanced with electrolytes and minerals. Let me take these glasses off. And then it lists all the different things down the side. Like, it's got the perfect pH, 7.4. That's your body's natural pH balance. And it has 7-stage purification process. So it goes through 7 stages of taking out all the garbage that's typically in water. It is full of electrolytes and minerals, free from fluoride, chromium, arsenic, and chlorine, which is great. And the bottle is BPA free. So basically what it is it's a reverse osmosis water, calcium chloride, magnesium, potassium, electrolyte, and mineral sources. And I think this stuff is absolutely fantastic. It tastes a lot smoother, and I'm not sponsored and I'm not being paid to say it, but this core water is just, I love it. And these big bottles, I drink a couple of them a day. They're really not that expensive. You can buy, like where I live, it's I believe 3 bottles for $4.99, so $5. And they are, each of these bottles are 900 milliliters, so technically that's 30.5 fluid ounces. So it's almost 4 glasses of water, which is great because you should be having 8 glasses of water every day minimum. And so 2 of these technically would suffice what your fluid intake should be for the day. So it's easy to keep track. And I find that it's easier on me because typically, you know, the water bottles you buy are usually like half the size of this. And I find that sometimes they're just all over the place, those little bottles. So this is nice. I just drink it and toss it. And sometimes I refill it with water from my refrigerator that's filtered and whatnot. But the pH balance isn't there. So that's why I prefer this stuff. And what else? I think that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go enjoy these barbecue crunchers right now as my breakfast and head inside to work on this joyous Monday morning. I hope this week goes fast. It's been quite a week last week, but a wonderful weekend. I've spent so much time with my family this weekend. It's been great. So that's all I wanted to say. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you all stay focused. If you have any questions, let me know down below. The sunglasses that I were wearing, again, I'm not sponsored. Here they are. They're that brand here, Key. It's spelled Q-U-A-Y, but it's Key. They're Key Australia glasses. These are, it says Lens Cat 3. I guess because they're like a cat eye shape. My face is very small. I'm very small faced even at my heaviest. My head is very small. And these glasses are huge on me. They're giant, right? But they're really cute. I love them. They remind me of sunglasses that my mom used to wear when I was a kid. And I would always call her Bug Eyes because she looked like a giant fly. And I hope that's not what I'm looking like, but I honestly don't care. I just think they're really cute. Tortoise shell. They're classy looking, I think, and I just love them. So I wear them, in case you're asking. Shirt is from Target. It's a poofy sleeve. I have this on my Instagram from over the summer. And I keep saying I have to stop saying because I don't like it. All right, guys, I'm going inside. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for sticking around me while I drove to work. And I will talk to you soon. And if you have any further questions that you want me to talk about, leave them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to make another video. So have a great day. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye, guys.